So, continuing with our Italy playthrough, Hearts Iron 4 with the By Blood Alone expansion. I had a few thoughts after yesterday's stream, because I've not been terribly happy with the aircraft designer. And it's not that I've been happy with it, I can't see that there's much in the way of benefit to it. But I have had a few ideas since then of how to do some perhaps more functional designs and designing aircraft for different, very specific roles. So there might be some very useful stuff in there. And once we get some more modules researched, we're going to make some new aircraft designs. We have plenty of XP to spend. And we'll have a bit of fun with that, I think. Maybe we'll do some long-range port strike things to go and see if we can bomb the UK from northern Italy. That would be quite impressive if we could design something like that. I think, from what I've read on the forums as well, or Reddit and other places, that there's some features maybe not working as intended. For example, reinforcing old squadrons. If you have a squadron of old aircraft and you get a newer design, it doesn't always reinforce the old one. The key is to make sure that the available mission types for that aircraft match up perfectly with the old type of aircraft, otherwise it won't reinforce it, even if it's capable of doing some of the same missions. So that's one thing I had an issue with yesterday, but I think I found out the reason for that, and I'm sure that will get patched or fixed or changed at some point in the future. If not, it's something we can work with, but these are the exact issues here. We've got some like old, what the hell, what are these? Some old naval bombers here, not getting reinforced with the new ones. Although that matches up, so forget what I just said. I don't know the answer to that. But anyway, there are things that I'm sure they'll get fixed. I mean, this is a very complex game. There's always room for little bugs and to creep in. It's just a comma in the wrong place of code, a little number here and there. I'm sure things will get patched out. So, looking at where we are in the world with Italy, we've got a nice grip on the Mediterranean. I was briefly toying with the idea of taking Portugal, because it'd be nice to grab the tungsten. I mean, that is a lot of tungsten. We might be better off just trying to make friends with Portugal. We have the points to spend. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to improve relations. Not that I need a lot of tungsten right now, but I do like to corner markets. So something to keep an eye on, because overall we're going to try and invade Britain, maybe through Ireland. But that's a long-term goal. We do need to build up some armies for this. Our armies are a little bit lacking. More importantly, now that we've secured some more oil, and there's opportunities for yet more oil, we will look into that. There's a lot of oil just there in Iran. But more importantly, we've got to finish off the mess in Africa. We've got to knock out this. We've got troops coming down, which will hopefully take care of this resurgent Ethiopia, which appeared because I didn't finish them off and they wouldn't starve out. So that's hopefully going to be taken care of. We might consider a push down here. We might, more than likely, actually, if we're going to do any invasion from here in the short term, is try and knock out Free France. There's not a lot in it for us. Who owns this place? Is it independent? Oh, well, we might grab that. But yes, just knock out Free France and the UK from here, which is a pretty safe bet to do, I think. And I'm looking for rubber control. Vichy France we don't need to go to war with. This, however, this is one of my possible goals, because I think it's achievable with a small force. Remember, we're working with what we've got. And we can invade from East Africa. We might be able to grab that. I would like to have some control on the world's rubber supply. That would help us out quite a bit. So that might be a goal for today. And also, I suppose we should probably get involved with the war over here. It's going quite well for our side. Less so for the Germans up here than down here. But this is quite good. I think it's quite good anyway. I don't know how much I want to get involved with Russia. I'm tempted to take Iran, which would open up a front against there, and we could get involved. Or I could just send an army to mess about and just hold a defensive line on this front. Also doable. Get me some free experience, which we're doing quite well on. But anyway, that's a possibility. I'd say Africa is more a possibility. And what's this? Sri Lanka. Or is it Ceylon? Ceylon in this age. We can grab that whilst we're building up new forces as well, because we're going to have more infantry, obviously. We need to develop some tanks, and we're going to start researching medium tanks real soon. And amphibious tanks, because we're going to beef up the Marines. They'll definitely be needed. Have some massive Marine divisions. But we're going to... I'm tempted to go heavies as well, just to get 2 divisions, but it's assigning the factories, which is an issue for Italy. It's there's never enough of anything anywhere. Gibraltar, that does need doing. But we're not doing too bad. We have a decent amount of civilian factories at last, thanks to our conquests. And we might be able to add a few more to that today. So, let's get started. We're expanding. That's going to help us with supply issues. Let us just make sure our aircraft are all doing something useful. I very much doubt... Oh, it is possible. It is possible that the enemy could bomb us from the UK. Although I think it's not showing who's got air superiority. 1 in the morning, so that's maybe why. I don't know. I should probably leave some aircraft over us to keep that clear. The stuff in the sea, I don't think is as important. It is possible that some stuff pops along, so we do need to be careful. Tactical bombers. Do I have any more naval bombers? I did try colouring mine in, so we have some. We've got some improved close air support. Oh, nice. That should probably go into a role somewhere then. Anyway, let's have a look at the armies that we've got kicking off. We're going to try... Let's move the time on. Let's get this going down here, as I'm pretty sure we're bringing reinforcements in from here. Yes, we haven't got these guys moving yet.
Commanding.
Well, we have, but not that particular one, for reasons unknown. So let's move them in. We have some good quality troops around here, but we have a lot of irregulars as well. Kingdom of Egypt is staying with us. I'm not relinquishing control anywhere until I absolutely have to. This is spreading far too dangerously. We're going to have to push something in here to stop that. I can see where they're going. Okay, let me send you and you into that. Let's just make sure they get kicked back out, because we don't have enough forces on this to cover this. Do I have any spare garrisonable troops? Oh, Germans. I don't really want to leave the ports totally empty. Too risky. However, we might have some spare. We have spare nothing. We could assume... Very dangerous making assumptions that we're safe up here. I'm going to move him to Alexandria, which is a far more important place to hold. I'm going on the assumption we are safe in the Med. Subs can get through. What the hell is this? Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I thought they looked like they'd been torpedoed en route. They haven't. These were just a colonial division, a small one, and I just transformed them into full regular infantry with all the support and everything. That's why they're looking weak. They haven't been marmalised on the way to Gibraltar, so that's okay. A brief panic.
Attento.
Just a brief one.
Pronto.
Right, okay, so we'll add you guys into... Is that the right army?
Attento.
That's the wrong army. That is the wrong army. That was my fault.
Si, signore.
It should be that one, I think.
Commandi.
Yeah, 13 dudes there. Shall we send them... Because I've got an army on here. By the way, the Greater Hungary that was justifying war against me yesterday, it was from a focus, I'm pretty sure. I had a quick read up on that as well. So they're not actually going to go to war. They can't because they're in my faction. So that's okay. Now, these dudes... We should put them on a border somewhere. I was a little bit worried about... Oh, do you know what? I think these are safe. I could probably get these guys out of here. The seas should be pretty... Mind you, if Turkey ever goes to war with us, they can just walk in there. But then if they want that, that's there.
all'azione.
That's their prerogative. They can probably have it. Let me put... yeah, let's join these dudes into the Army of Africa. And we shall send them south. I
Ordini.
don't think they're needed up there. There's another port here. And what I'll do is I'll join the militia into this lot. Where was the other one? Have I just put two in the wrong place? Where's the other one gone? Well, if they turn up, they'll find their way to wherever they need to be. I'm just going to add this onto... Is it control? It's control, isn't it?
Formazione.
I can't add the two. Oh, God. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. It should be you two. And I'm clicking the wrong line there. It should be that one, I think. Yeah, it is. Because they're both the same colour. I messed that up. Just going to watch out. These guys trying to make some sort of breakthrough here. Just going to take that back.
Pronto all'azione.
Yeah, wait, we're not? Yeah, we are.
Avanzate.
You are getting in as well. Go and take Juba. Meanwhile, the cavalry is now starting to arrive, so we can prepare for the invasion. We have available planes reserves. I'm not giving up Palestine. Who plays? Welcome to the stream today. How's it going? We've got some light tanks in here. We need to look for a position where we can attack that isn't across a flaming river.
Pronto.
I'm just going to take two of those down there so we can attack on two fronts here. Have a division reach a certain defensive bonus total. Nice. We must have got something really boosted up.
Pronto all'azione.
We've got... Oh, awesome. Okay, we've got a big force coming in here. Get training, guys. We'll find you a commander in a moment. These guys on here, this isn't necessary, is it? This isn't necessary anymore. So what I'm going to do, they are in with this field commander. Sorry, this field marshal, I should say. I think I might set them a front line so that they can hold a bit of a defensive line. I'm going to put them just on an area like that. It's just to get them some experience. They're just purely defensive. They're not an aggressive... They're a slightly more aggressive template than I thought, which isn't bad. But anyway, they can we can make it look like we're making an effort to help out over there. Just an effort. Any Aaron. Hey folks, still enjoying the large jungle desert tiles in Africa, I see. Yeah. I haven't been pushing the attack much here. Our supply is actually really good. We've managed to get things boosted up. Theirs is not so good. I'm just trying to get troops into position now.
Si, signore.
Just these sneaky devils.
Andiamo!
Trying to push us back. But it's time I finish this off. We've got the cavalry coming in. We've got tanks coming in.
Attento.
I'm just going to push straight through there. Actually, you can stay there. I'm going to push in with these two.
Pronto all'azione.
Which will soon push those out.
Pronto, signore.
Especially if we do that. Greater Hungary is not sending us any more in the Lend-Lease. That's okay. We can live with that. Meanwhile, let's get the Marines ready for an invasion. In fact,
Formazione.
these guys are building up nicely. Can I get it to train? Can I order it to train just two? No, it trains the whole lot. I don't really want it to do that because I don't want the enemy to invade whilst they're training. That could be desperate. It does take forever to build up supply in Africa, especially as Italy, when you've got so few civilian factories to throw into the cause. Shall we throw in some more support weapons? Shall I get the new armoured cars? Shall I go for mechanised stuff and start getting better tanks? These are all things I need to do. We're in 42. Ooh, that is tempting. More fuel from refineries. It's okay at the moment, though. But that is tempting to grab, and we should. The radar can just do its own thing. Oh, I want all of these. Not so much that, but I want survivability. 59 days. We could then do some better aircraft. I think it's probably pretty much critical. I want these as well. We have no... Because our air force is so weak. We could really do with AA guns in most of the divisions. But we're going to have to crack on with some better tanks. So we're going to get some light tanks done just to get those going whilst we start building up a force of mediums. And of course that's... that needs doing too. But this is quick. We've got that coming on. Let's at least get some light tanks so we've got something going. Engine 3 for aircraft is very nice. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to doing some better aircraft stuff today. Looks like we might need some more trains. That's not good. That's not good. Let's leave that at 2. And then the next 2,000 trucks. I'm going to knock that down to 3 factories. Which then fills up the trains, I hope. The light tanks is a terrible state. Let's put this... Because I just want to... Because it's not... I'm not only using them in the tank divisions, I'm using them as armoured reconnaissance in all the other divisions. So we do need a lot of those. But that wasn't the one that needs replacing. It's this, isn't it? So new infantry equipment coming in. I'm sure we'll need a lot more steel and other things. Should we find ourselves a suitable commander? I like the look of this engineer guy. This is a more modern, more aggressive template. Okay, so let's go with this. We'll put him in there. And shall we stick him? I mean, we've got other... We've got armies. We've got reserves kicking about, which is nice. It is just nice. How's our force on this front doing now? Our Italian army that we've just sent in. Hopefully. Starving. Welcome to the Eastern Front, guys. And this is summer. It's only going to get worse from here. But their job is literally just to defend. So they should be okay. I'm not going to do anything aggressive over there. They're doing its own thing. I'm going to send these fellas to the border with Iran, I think. And we will... I don't know if I'm going to do this, but... Whoops. No, come out of there. I don't know that I'm going to do that, but it would be nice to plan for it. Let's just check the supply status. Sorry, not that one. It looks feasible over here, doesn't it? I'll just change theirs over to that. And they can train. They can train when they get there. There's 2 divisions to go into there. I suppose I should put them into one of the African armies. I'll put them into that. Get the benefit of El Field Marshal. He's quite good, this guy. We've built him up a little bit. The Desert Fox is nice. Oh, actually, I thought Desert Fox helped with supplies. It doesn't at all. Does he have... He doesn't have anything for that. And he's rubbish on supply consumption as well. Never mind. I thought Desert Fox actually helped with that, but it doesn't. That's all good, though. What we might do is add 200 of those. And do we have some close air support? We should. We'll put those in there and we'll get them training. And when they're ready, they'll be assigned to that army for whatever duties that army does in the future. So we've got aircraft messing about over here. Are they just working? It's working that army, isn't it? We could probably do with an air base. Let's do an emergency airfield. We don't need a lot. It just needs to be down here. Put that to the top, and then we can get aircraft in closer. Right, so we were looking at this. There is no way I'm not doing that. We've lost... Oh, we've got some light
Ordini.
tanks. We've got some light tanks in here.
Pronto, signore.
They're just hiding.
Avanzate.
Everything in there. Come on. Everything in. If we can take this capital. And I think we possibly can. It should be quite nice. I wonder if there's a way of turning this off. Because I know at some point I'm going to be going to click on a unit as that flashes up. And I send a government home that I didn't want to. Probably won't be the end of the world, but...
Si, signore.
Looking for other opportunities. Kind of really want to get in there if we can do it. I mean, these guys look like mashed, don't they, down here? So this is going to help with... Oh, God, there's everything all at once. Pause that a minute. So we just got the farms, which gives us supply consumption reduced and some other bonuses for a couple of years, which is pretty nice. This one... Cheaper destroyers. Strengthen the Escar. I think I might go for that. Because we'll get some more divisions in Africa. Which would actually come up quite useful roundabout now. Long-range aircraft. Strategic bombing. Military factories. We get some variants, but I have no idea what those variants are of. There's something of a small airframe. I don't know if that's necessarily helpful with this new aircraft designer. It says, here's a variant of an RF-59. What the hell is an RF-59? And how does it fit in the grand scheme of things? And what can it do? Kind of confusing. We could do that now, which would, although we don't need to worry about stability, we get the consumer factories for a year, which is a nice cheap bonus. We don't need to go claims on Turkey. I could go for a befriending Turkey. Fascist influence grants daily fascism support, acceptance of fascist diplomacy for 3 years-ish. Italy has influenced our politics. I'm tempted to do that rather than just go for a... Well, I might go for a full-out war. We'll see. And we've got befriend Portugal. I think we can make a Portuguese puppet. It's all possible. But right now over here, don't see anything desperate to get, which is always nice. Strengthen the black shirts. We get the militia stuff. Militia get improved. That all looks good. I feel like there's a whole new tree down here I should go at. The naval stuff. Should we have a quick look at the Navy? Flying school. This looks awesome. Naval bases and coastal forts. All over the place. Which leads to what? This requires the Supermarina. That gives us ship recovery. That gives us lots of bonuses, actually. This gives us... oh my god, bonuses to everything. And it's so cheap. Oh, this is... we're going down here. We're going to give the Navy a boost. And whilst I'm here, we also research something. Do I want to do the amphibious tanks right now? Or should I start... We could start dedicating factories to mediums. We're in 42. I should probably have this. This is a not very pleasant thing to do because it takes up a slot for a long time. But I'm going to grab it because the other thing's researching quite nicely and quickly. So we'll go for that. Have we got any new... Oh, I need to get rid of some advisors. Let me have a look at my advisors. This guy, if we can get rid of one that costs... Well, he would do, but that's a big bonus. That's a big bonus. Division recovery rate is not such a big bonus. So, can we just take... How do we take him out? Do you want to remove him? Okay. Okay, that's great. So now Now we've got that, which allows us to do this again. Train the irregulars. Tick. So we should have a ton
Sì, signore.
of new soldiers just popped up. We have indeed.
Pronto
I will
all'azione.
sort these out properly at some point.
Ordini.
I
Pronto.
want to see where this army is. These guys are down here. That's okay. So let's click on
Pronto,
this.
signore.
We've got a load of irregulars. Let's just dump them straight into there. That's good. A load of cheap soldiers applied straight to the front. I like that. I like that a lot. That's my sort of stuff. Cheesy tactics to recruit things. Okay, it looks like we're winning this fight here. Somebody's going in there. Is it me? It must be me, but I don't think it's necessarily been
Formazione.
intended.
Pronto all'azione.
I don't think that's going to work, is it?
Pronto all'azione.
Actually, let's... Oh, I don't know. We are putting in there. Let's try and cut these guys off if we can. So let's stop this. This is looking like working. I don't want it to work at this point, so halt. And who's going in from here?
Continuate ad avanzare.
Oh, I see what's happening. He's trying to... Yeah. He was just taking a path through there.
Forza, muovetevi.
And pause, because that's not going to work there. We need to find somewhere where we can... Oh, can we get in there? Can we get in there? Yes, we can. Absolutely. We absolutely can.
Avanzate. Formazione.
We throw in lots of support. We should be able to do that. So, 3 dockyards. Shall we start? We start working on some light cruisers. Let me just have a look at the research situation for this. Hey, Banks, Mr. Banks, it's going well. Thanks. How are you today? Because in the old days, before this patch, you had to research all sorts of stuff alongside your light cruisers. Yeah, this. But it looks like we've got that. So what I want is something to help the fleet. They work as screens, but also they help with spotting. So we could design a crappy one, really. I need that, ideally. The all-or-nothing armor scheme. Is this for... It's only for heavy ships? Don't know that that's cruiser and battleship. Well, it doesn't count as armor. Do you know what? It's cheap. We will... 50 points. No, I'm just gonna take that. Oh no, cancel. No, sorry, I'm not in it's not the time for that, is it? I was thinking about building something. We'll hold off a little bit on that, shall we? I could put it into this. I don't need more heavy ships though. And all those subs are okay. The destroyers are okay. We'll put it... I'm just going to leave it because it's going to eat up more of my steel. So I'm just going to leave it for now.
Formazione.
You guys, welcome to the desert. Italy only fights in crap locations for supply, doesn't it? Deserts and jungle. So we're preparing over here. We're not going to invade Iran at this point. Because if we do, I need all my troops available. I'm going to need some garrison troops because these are some vulnerable ports down here. I think we were going to kick off in West Africa. I think that's what we're going to do. So these guys... I could train these up while the Marines hold this place. Go on then, I'll do that. Because the Marines aren't shipping out just yet. But I'll start planning a naval invasion. It's a long way down the coast. But we're going to go there and there. We're going to go on land. We're going to take this. What I will need is an army to follow up pretty quickly. And luckily we have one. We have one.
Comandi.
Actually, they're not in the best condition, are they? Which is a shame. Oh, they are the new template, though. That is what we want in that case. Where can I bring them to? I could do somewhere with a pretty big naval base. That'll do. That will do. Let's bring them over to there
Avanzate!
and ship them across. Will you not let me do that? They're going to a port. Hang on, they're in a port. Stop. You can just ship out. It's pretty safe to... Oh, that's not my land, is it? I'm an idiot. I'm so used to having control of this. Clicking and clicking. What the hell is going on? Put them in Gibraltar. There should be enough supplies to get them in.